So this experiment in discernment today is going to be a little longer than the others, but is quite profound and worthwhile. You can stop at any time, but I suggest doing at least 15 or 20 minutes and experience what happens. We're going to work with awareness of our facial region. Lie on your back in a comfortable position that you can stay comfortable for a half an hour or so. You can put a pillow under your legs or bend your knees or whatever you need to be comfortable. Lie on your back and take a few breaths, focusing on the awareness of your breath. What do you notice of any tension or other sensations that you have in your face region? Is there tightness in the muscles of the jaw? What do you notice around your eyes? What do you notice in your forehead? Notice your breathing. And what's the main nostril that you're breathing through at this moment? Sense if you can notice. We alternate throughout the days. Which nostril is the main nostril? And just notice what you're aware of now. Roll your head gently from side to side, very gently. Do you notice any tension in the neck? What's your awareness of the neck region? What do you feel in the forehead as you roll the head from side to side? Are you aware of the arc that your nose makes through the air? The arc of the forehead moving side to side. The arc of your chin. And as you very gently and slowly turn the head from side to side, what do you notice in the shoulders and upper chest region? Now rest with your head in the middle. What's your relationship of the neck to the floor? Your felt sense of how far from the floor your neck is. Now, open your mouth very slowly and close it. Once you've reached any limit of where there's tension, just come back to neutral. Opening the mouth slowly and closing it slowly, letting it come back to neutral. Do this a few times without stress or strain. And do all the movements slowly and really pay attention and focus on being aware. As you open and close the mouth, what do you notice in your forehead? What do you notice around the eyes? What do you notice in the ears? And when you reach the gentle limit of where your jaw opens, do you notice any movement in the neck as you open and close the jaw? Now let the jaw rest with the mouth closed. What's your awareness in the jaw region? Do you feel tension there? Is the jaw clenched? Are your teeth clenched and gripping? Or is the jaw hanging and relaxed? Notice the pattern of sensation of the muscles of the jaw. And now gently clench the jaw, gently, and release. And pay attention to how the muscles are working. Only do 25% or 50% of the movement that you can do. Opening and closing slowly. And notice if you can allow it to be a smooth movement. Once more, open and close the mouth very slowly. And now rest. Relax and notice your breathing. Notice the general awareness you have in your face region. And notice the awareness of the rest of the body. This time, begin to move your jaw gently forward and back. The lower jaw moves past the upper jaw very slowly, and then release it and allow it to come back. And continue to do this a few times. The lower jaw extends past the upper teeth, and it's as if your mouth were to close. The lower teeth might be in front of your upper teeth. But continuing to just move the lower jaw forward and back. Take a rest. You can breathe in between. And do it again a number of times. The jaw comes forward and goes back to neutral. Now leave the jaw in its natural position and begin to move the jaw from left to center to right. The lower jaw moving left, coming back to neutral, and moving to the right. And do this as slowly and carefully and smoothly as possible. Now let the jaw rest in the middle. Now gently take your tongue and begin to map the inside of your mouth. With the tip of your tongue, touch the top of the roof of your mouth and let it release. And do this several times. The tip of the tongue touches the top or roof of your mouth and then relaxes. And now move the tongue to one side and then to the other. Gently and smoothly. And relax. How far back into the skull do you sense your mouth going? What's the distance between the back of your head and your tongue? What's the distance of the tip of the tongue to the back root of the tongue? And how far can you feel it? Do you feel it to the back of the throat? Do you feel it going further? What do you notice? When the tongue's at rest, what's the distance between your right eye and the tip of the tongue? And now, the distance between the left eye and the tip of the tongue. Now, allow the tongue to touch the teeth on the right side of the mouth, and then to the left side. Back and forth, continuing to gently move the tongue between the two sides. The jaw should be loosed and not clenched. And notice the tongue and its relationship to the upper teeth as you go back and forth slowly. And notice the tongue and its relationship to the lower teeth as you go back and forth. As you move the tongue, notice the relationship of the tongue to the chest region. And notice if there's any restriction or if you're limiting the movement with your chest in any way. Rest for a moment. Notice the sensations in your mouth, the tongue's position in the mouth. And now, exploring the movement you did before, push the lower jaw out and away from you. And come back to neutral. Do this a few times. And now, when the lower jaw is extended out as far as it'll comfortably go without strain, try moving it from left to right and right to left, back and forth very slowly, without straining, with enhanced awareness. Extend the jaw so the lower teeth move beyond the upper teeth, and then move the jaw from side to side. What does your tongue do as you move the jaw from side to side? Is there any way you can move the tongue in opposition to the jaw? You can try this. So gently, when the jaw goes to the right, the tongue can gently move toward the left. and vice versa. Even a tiny bit. If you feel strain or strain, just slow down and attempt even a tiny movement. As the jaw goes to the right, there's an impulse in the tongue to go to the left. As the jaw goes to the left, the tongue goes to the right. And rest. Now begin to do some small circles with the jaw. Notice a point on the tip of the jaw and begin to make little circles with it in the air. And you can do these circles either with your jaw extended out a little or with the jaw resting back in place. And try it both ways. Just a few times. And now change directions. If you are moving the jaw clockwise, you can shift to counterclockwise, or vice versa. Now allow the jaw to rest. This time, I want you to flare or lift your right nostril and let it go. And now flare the left nostril. Back and forth. And just focusing on each individual nostril. And see if you can allow the rest of the muscles in the face to be relaxed. The lifting of the nostril will pick up the upper lip a little bit, but don't worry about that. Do only what you can. Lifting the left nostril or flaring it, releasing it, and lifting the right nostril and releasing. Now go back to noticing where the air comes in and the course it travels down past the windpipe. Is there one nostril that seems to be open wider than the other? Now I want you to shift your attention to the eyes and allow the eyes to open and close softly and slowly, almost letting the eyes guide you in the opening and the closing. You can open and allow to close. And now you can open one eye as you close the other, alternating back and forth. Try and do this slowly and make it smooth and even. Gently opening one eye while you close the other. Then allow the eyes to close and rest. This time, gently pull the eyebrows down towards your eyes. Just the eyebrows, as if you were gently hooding them over the eyes. And pull them down a number of times and release. just the eyebrows. And this time, pull the eyebrows up for a few times and let them release. Notice if it's just the brow you're pulling. Notice whether it's just the eyebrows, or are you pulling your hairline down from your forehead? Notice the difference, and smoothly and slowly allow the eyebrows to come down without pulling the hairline down. Now come to rest. This time, can you pull the right eyebrow up and leave the left eyebrow alone? Do that a few times, just the right eyebrow pulling up and releasing, while the left eyebrow is left alone. And now do the opposite, just pulling the left eyebrow up and releasing it. Can you lift one eyebrow at a time? And how about now alternating back and forth? Bring the left eyebrow up and releasing, then the right eyebrow up and releasing. If you find that they're both moving at the same time, try to make the movement smaller. And now you can lift one eyebrow up while you pull the other eyebrow down. Just try that. And then do the opposite. As the left goes up, the right goes down. As the right goes up, the left goes down. And just rest. Allow the face to soften while resting. Can you soften around the eyes? Can you let go? Now, can you pull the right corner of your mouth down towards the chin? Only the corner. Let it come down toward the chin and release. And now try pulling the left corner of your mouth down toward the chin. Only the left corner moves. The rest of the face remains soft. And now you can pull the right corner of the mouth up just a little and release it. And pull the left corner of the mouth very gently upwards and release it. Can you pull the right corner of the mouth up as you pull the left corner of the mouth down? And can you do the reverse? Putting the left corner up as the right comes down. If you need to stop, this is a good place to stop. It's just about 23 minutes or so. But if you'd like to continue, do so. Now resting, allow the head to roll gently from side to side. And be aware of the whole face moving from side to side and all the different points that move as the head gently moves side to side. Is there any tension in the back of the neck? Is the back involved in the movement? Is there any tension in the forehead? Now let the head rest in the middle and sense where the top of your head would be. Do you notice anything up there? Is there any sensation or tension? Now, imagine that you're pulling both your ears upwards toward the top of the head. Imagine you can move the ears, just pulling them up just a little bit towards the top of the head and releasing. If you can't do it, just sense that you're doing it, or pretend. You may begin to notice something as you continue to do it. And now this time, sense or imagine that you're pulling both ears down towards your neck. And do that a number of times and release. How does that affect the rest of your body? And now imagine pulling the ears towards the back of the head. Do you have any awareness of that motion? And now imagine pulling the ears towards your face. And you can let go of the movement of the ears now. What's your awareness of the back of the neck? Is there any tension there? What's your awareness of the forehead? And the jaw? And now gently rolling the head from side to side again, making an arc through space, very gently and slowly. You can focus on a point on your forehead now as you roll the head from side to side. And imagine it creating a small arc through the space. And now go back to the middle. And for one more moment, allow the face to be soft and let it totally rest. Let go. Now, smile and notice which muscles do the movement. Are you smiling with your mouth open or is it closed? And notice how you feel making the smile and releasing it. Does it change the quality of your mood or your awareness? And now, try smiling with the mouth open and let it release. And now try smiling with the mouth closed. and rest for a moment. This time, allow yourself to frown and notice how the muscles work. Notice your awareness and notice how this makes you feel. And this time, make a grimace of some sort and let it go. Do this a few times. And rest. Notice your breathing. How does the breath move through the nostrils? Which nostril are you breathing through mainly? Now bring your awareness to the weight of your eyeballs resting in the sockets. And bring your awareness to gravity pulling on your face and cheeks. What do you notice of breathing? How does your body fit against the floor? What's your awareness of your chest? Can you trace the path of the air that's going in through the nostrils and down into your lungs? Just notice that pattern. And take a deep breath for a moment. And notice how that affects your face and your neck. Take your time and following your awareness, you can roll gently to the side and sit up when you're ready. And then stand up when it feels right. And take a short walk around the room with your expanded awareness and notice your experience. Thank you.